Okay, fifth graders, so your homework tonight is all about area and perimeter. This is review from last year, but I'm afraid many of you may have forgotten, so that's why I wanted to practice it today. We're going to write a formula up here real quick. Area equals base times height. We're going to be using that a lot, and then when we find volume next week, we're going to change our area into volume, and you're going to need this information. Perimeter, remember, you just add up the sides. The thing to keep in mind is add all the sides, even if not all sides are given. In this sheet right here, not all sides are given. So let's do that first. Let's go through and see which sides are missing. So I've got this piece right here, and I've got this piece right here. I'm missing this piece. So in order to figure out what that piece is, I'm going to look here. This whole side is 6. This little piece here is 3. So if this is 3, this side must be 3. So we'll add 3 in there. It's going to help us in a minute when we find area. And then we've got this side is 7. This side is 6. This is another missing side. If this whole thing is 7, this part is 4. 4 plus 3 would equal that whole 7. So this piece must be 3. Alright, now we're ready to start solving. Let's add them up. 3. I might write it over here. 3. And I'm going to cross it off a little lightly here. Plus 7. Cross it off a little lightly. Plus 6. Plus another 3. Plus another 3. Plus 4 is going to equal a total. 3 plus 7 is 10. Plus another 6 and 4 is 10. Plus another 3 and 3 is 26. And we were measuring in centimeters. So our perimeter is 26. Area gets a little bit trickier in these pieces because they're irregular shape. So we're going to separate this across right here, and we'll try and find the area first of this little cube. 3 times 3, that's our base times height. 3 times 3 is 9, so we'll write 9 right in there. And then this one, there's a 4 here, but we don't want to be adding 4 and 3. Let's just go with this number right up here. It's easier. 7 times 3 is 21. So we've got area and area. If we add 21 plus 9, we should find that our total area is 30, and we were measuring in centimeters. But keep in mind, we are multiplying centimeters times centimeters. So when you multiply centimeters times centimeters, you get centimeters squared. Going down on this one, oh, we got a nice easy one. Love nice easy ones. I'm going to switch to my black marker here. Perimeter, we have some unknowns, but if this is 2, then this side must also be 2. And if this is 6, this must be 6. So now when we add them up, 6 plus 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we've got yards. We're measuring in yards today. And then our area, 6 times 2. 6 times 2 is going to be 12, so we get 12 yards squared. Alright, let's look for unknowns. We've got 6, we've got 4. We don't have this one right here though. Well, we can figure it out. If this whole thing is 6, and this little part that's missing right here is that 2, then this must be 4. Alright, 6, 4, 4, 2, and 2. Now we're missing this little piece right here. And again, if this whole thing is 4, this little bit is 2, this piece that's missing must be 2. So now we're ready to add 6 plus 4, and we can write it out. 6 plus 4 plus another 4. I usually have you cross it out, but mine will be really dark, so I'm going to switch to pencil again. 6 plus 4 plus another 4 plus 2 plus another 2 plus another 2. And then I can go 2, 4, 6, and 6 is 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It looks like we've got 20 here, and we are measuring in inches. Now our area is one where we're going to have to break it up into smaller pieces. 2 times 2 is 4 for a total area in this little cube. And then here we've got a 4 up here, and we have a 6 along here, but remember that 6 is that one that we that means this whole side. I don't want that whole side. I want this piece right here because I'm looking at this cube. 4 times 4 is 16. So then I can add 16 plus 4, and I get 20. Hey, perimeter and area are equal in this one. And since we were talking about inches times inches, we need to express it as inches squared. Just gonna fold this up real quick so I can get it on the screen. Now we've got a nice easy one, 4 and 7, so this side must be 4, this side must be 7. We'll add them up. 4 plus 7 is 11, and another 11, so we get a total area of 22, and we were measuring in centimeters, 22 centimeters. Area, that's going to be our base times our height. 7 times 4 is 28, and we're talking centimeters squared because we've got centimeters times centimeters. Alright, back to the top. Number 5. Let's look for missing pieces. I see a 9 here. I don't see anything up here. If this whole thing is 10, this little piece is 5, then this piece must be 5. So we've got 10, 9, 5, 5, 5. We don't know this piece right here. If this is 9, this is 5. 5 plus 4 would equal 9, so that must be our missing piece. So now we've got 9 plus 5 plus another 5 plus another 5. I forgot to cross them off. 9 plus 5 plus 5 plus the other 5 plus 4 plus 10. Okay, and I got them all. And if we total that, 9 plus 5 plus, let's see, 5, 10, 15. Now we've got 25, 35, 36, 37, 38, if my calculations are right. 38, and we are in meters. 38 meters for that one. Our area, we have to break this up into smaller pieces. We can either go across or down. It's up to you. We'll get the same area regardless. I'm going to do this one straight across this time. And I'm going to ignore this 9 because that 9's that whole thing. I just want this piece and this piece. 5 times 5 is 25, so that's my area here. And on this one I've got a 4 and a 10, and I know that 4 times 10 is 40. So then we'll add our two pieces together, 25 plus 40, and I should get 65. And those were meters times meters, so I get to say meters squared on that one. A nice easy one right here, but I do have a missing side. If this is 8, then this must be 8, and if this is 6, then this must be 6. So let's add them up. 8 plus 8 plus 6 plus 6. And if I do that, I get an answer of 28 centimeters. And then to find my area, remember that's our base times height. 8 times 6 is 48, and we did centimeters times centimeters, so we're calling it centimeters squared. Keep that in mind when you're multiplying centimeters by centimeters, because next week when we start that volume, you're going to have to multiply, get an additional number. Alright, perimeter, 5, 4, we've got, I don't think we have anything here. I think this 2 belongs right there. So we have to figure that one out. If this is 5 and this is 3, this must be 2. So now we've got 5, 4, 2, 2, 3, and another missing piece down here. This must be 2, because if this is 4, this is 2, then this little piece, 2 plus 2 together, would equal that 4 at the top. We're ready to add them all up. 5 plus 4 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and we were measuring in centimeters, and I'd encourage you to cross them off. And then our area, we can either break it up this way or break it up that way. We'll get the same answer regardless. Let's go straight up this time, and I can see this little piece is 2. I'm going to ignore the 4 because that's that whole piece. I want this piece right here. 2 times 2 is 4. And then on this side, I'm going to ignore this 3 and just look over here, that long side. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14, and I did centimeters times centimeters, so I've got centimeters squared on that one. Ooh, it's kind of blurry. I'm going to see if I can clear that up a little bit. Okay, moving down to the bottom here. A nice easy one. If this side is 10, then this side is 10. If this is 5, then this is 5. 10 plus 10 is 20. 25, 30, so we get a perimeter of 30, and we are working in inches, and our area is 5 times 10. 5 times 10 is 50, and we had inches squared. Alright, 5th graders, I'll help you find the missing sides, but I really do want you to solve the rest yourself. So, I've got 9 and I've got 8, and I've got this missing piece right here that I need to find. If this whole thing is 9, and this little bit is 2, nope, this little bit right here is 2. This little bit must be 4. These belong together. This little bit is 4. That means this little bit must be 5. So we've got 9, 8, 5, 2, 4. We're missing this side now. If this whole thing is 8, and this part is 2, this part must be 6. Alright, so we've got all of our pieces. You find the perimeter and you find the area. You break it up either way. I would go straight up and down, but it certainly would work that way as well. Alright, you don't need much with this other than if this is 2, then this must be 2, and if this is 4, then this must be 4. And missing pieces on this side, I've got an 8. I've got an 8. I'm missing right here. If this whole thing is 8, and this little bit is 4, then this little bit must be 4. And then I've got a 3 and a 4. I'm missing this side right here. If this whole thing is 8, and this little bit is 3, then this must be 5. Alright, go ahead and solve. Find your area and your perimeter. You might want to separate it right in here. And missing pieces here. I see a 3 and an 8. Looks like this side is missing. If this whole thing is 10, and this little bit is 3, then this must be 7, because 7 plus 3 would equal that whole 10. So I've got 3, 8, 7, 10, and 10. I'm missing this teeny tiny piece up there. And that, if this whole thing is 10 and this little bit is 8, then this little piece that's missing right in here and right up there must be a 2, because 8 plus 2 equals 10. And I would divide it right there for your area. Alright, don't forget to express this as a squared number. This one would be meters squared. This one will be millimeters squared. Sorry, I ran off the screen. Alright, look forward to seeing what you've got tomorrow. Thanks for working with me.